Hi everyone, this is Aras from English for Everyone, and today in this video I'm going to talk about 5 idioms that have got head in their formation. Okay, so idioms that include the word head in them. Okay, head. But what are idioms? What are idioms? Idioms are expressions or set of words that express something other than what the words say. Okay, so a word, if you translate word by word, word for word, you will not find the meaning behind the words. Okay, so it has a meaning more than what the words, the actual words suggest. Okay, so if you translate word by word, you will not find the real meaning. Okay, we have idioms in each and every language. Languages have idioms. There are ways of telling things. Sometimes instead of explaining everything, explaining the whole story, you just tell an idiom or an expression, and then your listener, the hearer, the reader gets what you're on about. They understand what you're talking about, and you do not need to go round the block. Okay, we've got the shortcut. All right, so these are the shortcuts. Okay, I'm going to work on 5 for this video. So let's start with the first one. Before I read the example to you, I'm going to tell you where the expression is, or the idiom is. Here it is, I found it. Head and shoulders above others. Head and shoulders above. Okay? Sometimes we just express the idiom. We just say head and shoulders above. And they understand what I'm on about, what I'm talking about. Sometimes they appear in the sentence. Okay? So we put it in the sentence. Head and shoulders above. Okay, imagine some people are standing beside, just beside each other, and one is head and shoulders above others. It means is taller than other ones. Then you can recognize that person easily. Okay, so we use this in our expressions not to talk about their height. Okay, we're not talking about people. We might be talking about someone that is very short. Okay, but the performance, the quality of the action, the way the person speaks or sings or whatever the person does is much better, far superior to others. Okay, in that case we use this. We use this to say he or she was better than others, that is when we compare two people, two groups, or a person with the rest. Okay, so now let's read the example. In the concert, he was head and shoulders above others. Okay, in the concert, imagine we go to a concert, there are a number of people on stage, but a person, is head and shoulders above others. Means is much better than others, performs better than other ones. We feel he is better, so this is the way we express that and say he was head and shoulders above others. Means much better than others. Now let's talk about the second one. Where is it? Yeah, it's all in your head. We mainly use it, we have it in a separate sentence. Sometimes it is just like the other one, is within the other sentence, but sometimes it can be that way as well, but it is mainly on its own. It's all in your head. When we tell someone that it's all in your head, means that is made of your imagination. That is not real. That is something that you think about. It is not real, it is not out there. Okay? It doesn't really exist. Now let's look at this example. It will be clear. Alright? So don't be silly. No one is following you. Imagine I am walking, looking back and feeling that someone is following me, and I just do it every now and then. My friend tells me, don't be silly. No one is following you. No one is following you. And this is me being silly. So it says, no one is following you. It's all in your head. It is not real. That is what you are thinking about. That is what you bring to reality. It's your imagination. It's not real. Alright, this is another one. Now let's look at the third one. It's like banging your head against the brick wall. Imagine someone is banging his head or her head against a brick wall. This is a hard experience. It is used just to say this. It is difficult. When something is very, very difficult, and we feel that just saying it is very difficult is not enough to express how difficult it is, we say it's like banging your head against a brick wall. It is very painful. It is very frustrating. It is very annoying. It is pain, it includes pain, frustration, everything is in there. Okay, when you say it is very difficult, okay, that is difficult and more than difficult, okay, but when you say bang, it's like banging your head against a brick wall, then you show how difficult the thing that you're talking about is. Okay, so this is the example from one of the dictionaries. I think it was Cambridge, a Cambridge dictionary, if I'm not wrong, that says, I keep asking her not to park over there. Okay, you have a neighbor and she parks her car where you mainly do, and you ask her again and again, and she doesn't pay attention, and she does that again, and she just ignores you, and asking her makes you feel frustrated, angry, okay? And then you say, this is useless, this is painful, useless, everything is there. So to show that it is useless, painful, and annoying, you say, it's like banging your head against a brick wall. It is very annoying. So you can use this expression just to show that, to emphasize the anger, to show how angry you are. Okay? The other expression is with one's head in the clouds. It can be her head, his head, your head, my head. One's head in the clouds. When you say one's head in the clouds, means either being daydreaming. Okay? Imagine you have a student and you're explaining everything to the student, and the student is in the air, okay, in the clouds. We say the person is not present. Actually, the person is there, physically is there, but his mind or her mind is somewhere else, thinking about something not related to your class or the environment, not paying attention to what's happening, and daydreaming. In that case, you say the person has got his head in the clouds. Or when someone talks and acts in a way that you feel that it is very different from what is real. The person thinks about, let's say, earning money in a way that is not real, then we say he has got his head in the clouds. Okay? Or applying for an application, I don't know, and he's not realistic, he's not thinking of what is real, he's not considering everything, then we say he should have his head, or he has got his head in the clouds. Okay, so let's look at the example. She walks around with her head in the clouds. She must be in love. Okay, she must be in love. Imagine someone is coming, going, but not paying attention to you and would not feel your existence, walks around and thinking of someone else maybe in his mind and in her mind, and just smiling, and you can feel that she is in love or something like that. Then you say she walks around with her head in the clouds. Okay, that is another way to say that someone is in love. Alright, and here the expression is of here. One has got an old head on young shoulders. When we say one has got, in this case it's he has got an old or wise head on young shoulders, that is when someone, mainly a young person or even a child, talks, behaves and acts in a way that you expect from an older person. When someone young acts like an experienced person, then we use this expression. Let's look at the example. He surprised me by his attitude. He has got an old head on young shoulders, or wise head on young shoulders. So someone, let's say 10-year-old person, has an attitude or acts in a way that you would not expect from someone, someone in that age. You expect that from someone much older, or let's say 50 years old. Then you see that person is doing, acting, thinking like an older person. In that case you say he has got or she has got an old head on young shoulders. It means looking at one's age, that is young, but the mental attitude, the way the person acts, behaves, thinks, that is much older, that is much experienced. Okay, in that case we use this one. Alright, this brings us to the end of this lesson. In the next lesson I'm going to talk about some more idioms, but not body one. I'm going to talk about color idioms. So if you like these kind of videos, just stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye!